Hello everyone, Mr. Clint here. Today you will be learning direct and inverse proportion, so listen carefully to our discussion and don't forget to take down notes.
Mathematics Online.
Today we will be discussing about direct and inverse proportion. But before we're going to do that, we will take a short review on what is a proportion. Okay? What do you mean? What do you mean by proportion? Okay? What do you mean by proportion? Proportion means, right? Remember this. Alright? Proportion says that two ratios or fractions are equal. Okay, that's what do you mean by proportion. Says that two ratios or two fractions are equal. Okay, example, if you have here 1/3 is just equals to 2/6. All right, how are we going to prove it? Yeah, how are we going to prove it that they are equal? First thing you do is we do cross multiplication. Okay, cross multiply. So we have now 1 times 6 is equals to 2 times 3, and 1 times 6 is 6, which gives us 2 times 3 is equals to 6. So therefore these two fractions here, they are equal. Alright, because they have a common product which is 6. So that is what do you mean by proportion. Again, proportion says it says that two ratios are equal. Okay, two ratios are equal. That's what do you mean by proportion. Okay, so now we go to our lesson for today, which is inverse and direct proportion. So what do you mean by direct proportion? Alright, now we go to our lesson for today, which is first is we go for direct proportion. So what do you mean by direct proportion? Alright, direct proportion defined as one. Alright, as one amount increases, another amount, alright, another amount increases. Alright, at the same rate. Okay, so what do you mean by direct proportion? Direct proportion means it's one amount increases, the other also increases. So they have a direct proportionality. Okay, when these things happen, right? When these things happen, they are directly proportional. Now, if you're going to do it on algebraic way, if x, all right, if x increases, therefore your y increases. All right, so therefore if x, all right, if x increases, therefore your y also increases. Okay, if x decreases, all right, if x decreases, therefore y also decreases. All right, Next, the symbol for direct proportionality is this. It's an open infinity sign. Okay, that this is the symbol for direct proportion. Okay, don't forget the symbol. This is the symbol for direct proportion. Alright, so again, what is direct proportion? Direct proportion, as one amount increases, the other increases. Now that's directly proportional. Now if x increases, therefore y increases. If x is decreases, therefore y also decreases. Let's have an example. For example, you're working and you are paid $20 per hour. Alright? You're working and then you are paid $20 per hour. Okay. How much are you going to earn when you are going to work? Okay. How much are you going to earn when you are going to work 2 hours? Okay. Question here is how much going to earn when you work for 8 hours. Okay, how much are you going to earn when you work for 8 hours? Now remember, you are going to work $20 per hour. Alright, $20 per hour. Question is, if you work 8 hours, how much are you going to earn? Alright, how much are you going to earn? Okay, so therefore the solution would be $20 times 8 hours, which gives you $160. Correct? Okay, if you work $20 per hour and if you work 8 hours, how much are you going to earn? So you multiply 20 times 8 is equals to 160. Next is, what if you work for 3 hours? Now again, you multiply $20 times 3 hours is equals to if you work is equals to 100 is equals to $60. Alright, so by multiplying the number of hours you work to the amount that you're going to earn per hour, then you will have the earning for that specific hour that you work. Alright, so but then the question is, how do you call 20 here? Right? How do you call 20? What is this $20 mean? Yeah, what is this $20 mean? Okay, now $20 stands for the constant. Alright, the constant of proportionality. Okay, the $20 is the constant of proportionality. So means to say 20 here, right? $20 is the constant amount that you earn, that you will earn per hour. Alright, that you will earn per hour. Okay, so $20 here is the constant amount that you will earn per hour. Okay, so therefore K scenario here, 20 is constant. Correct. 20 is constant. Okay, 20 is constant. Now, if you're going to do the formula, okay, which we're going to do to the formula, or equation, it would be y is equals to kx. All right, y is equals to kx, of which k here, all right, k here is your constant, and x here is the hours you work. And y here is the amount you earn. Okay, so therefore, looking back here with the constant proportionality, the constant amount, so therefore k here stands for constant. All right, x here stands for the number of hours you work, and y here stands for the amount you earn, the total amount you earn. So therefore, there is a direct proportionality. Okay, there is a direct proportionality for x and y, because for x and y, because if x, all right, if x increases, then y increases. Okay, there is a direct proportionality between x and y, because once x increases, therefore y also increases. So if the number of hours increases, okay, the number of hours that you work increases, so therefore the amount that you earn will increase also. Correct? Are you following? All right, so that is what do you mean by direct. All right, that is what you mean by direct proportion. There is a direct proportion between two amounts, your x and y. If x increases, therefore your y also increases. Don't forget the symbol for that, and don't forget there is always a constant value that you use when you do direct proportion, and even in indirect, even in inverse proportion. All right. There are also cases that you are trying to find the constant. All right, solving for the constant. All right, solving for the constant. For example, all right, for example, when x is equals to 3, then y is equals to 15. What is k? Now using the formula, all right, using the formula, y is equals to kx. All right, so therefore 15 is equals to k times 3. Now basic algebra, we divide both sides by 3. Yeah, we eliminate this, and then we have now k here is equals to 15 divided by 3 is equals to 5. So k is equals to 5. So k here is the constant. Alright, so when you're trying to solve for the constant, you just have to rewrite the formula. Okay, you just have to rewrite the formula. Alright, so that is what we mean by direct proportion. Now we go for inversely proportion. Okay, now we go for inverse proportionality. Alright, inverse proportionality. So what do you mean by inverse proportionality? It's in a different direction. When the first value increases, then the other value decreases. Alright, so again, inverse proportionality means that when the first value increases, therefore the other value also decreases. In basic algebra, when x increases, then y decreases. Okay? Again, when x increases, then y decreases. Alright? When x increases, therefore y decreases. Alright? So it's in the other direction. Right? It's in the other direction. Let's take an example. Alright? If you're driving a car, if the speed goes up, therefore your travel time decreases. Correct? Travel time goes down. Okay? If your speed goes down, then your travel time goes up. That's an example. Alright, so the formula for this, the formula or the equation would be y is equals to k over x. Again, what is this k stands for? This is our constant proportionality. Alright, this is our constant proportionality, k here. So the formula will be y is equals to k over x. Alright, example. If 4 people can paint a fence in 3 hours, how long will it take 6 people to paint it. Alright, if there will be 4 people can paint a fence in 3 hours, how long will it take? Alright, if you have 4 people, if you have 6 people to paint it, alright, how long will it take? Okay, so the solution would be, alright, what is our K? What is our Y? What is our X? Alright, what is our K? What is our Y? What is our X? Now in this case there is no K, but you have Y. What is Y? 3. What is X? 4. Correct? If there will be 3 hours, okay, 3 hours, 4 people, you don't have a K, so therefore solve for K. So therefore if you have the formula for inverse, which is Y is equals to K over X, yes, so therefore it would be, this would be 3 hours K over 4, right? Now do the cross multiplication, basic proportion, alright, cross multiply, so therefore we have 3 times 4 is equals to K, then 3 times 4 is equals to 12, therefore your K is 12, so therefore here this is 12. Now we go for the question, what if there are 6 people? Okay, what if there are 6 people? Alright, so therefore K is equals to 12, Y is equals, this is what we're looking for, X is equals to 6 people. Right, then we have a solution here. So therefore we use the formula Y is equals to K over X. Y, that's what we're looking for, 12, yes, because that's K, over 6 people, yes, so therefore Y is equals to 6 divided by 12 divided by 6 is 2, so therefore it will only take 2 hours to paint when there are 6 people. Okay, so from the question, if 4 people can paint a fence in 3 hours, how long will it take for 6 people to paint it? First is you look for, solve for K. That's the first thing that you need to do, solve for K, because we don't have a constant. Alright, so how are we going to do that? We use the first given. That's 3 hours for Y and 4 people for X. Now, once we have X, we have K, we use that K here for the new equation. Alright, so therefore giving that K is 12, and now we are looking for how many hours will 6 people are going to paint it. Then we follow the solution, and we have now the final answer that it will take 2 hours when you have 6 people. That's how you're going to do inverse proportion. Alright, that's how you're going to do inverse proportion. Alright, so it's the other way around of doing it. It's not the same as the direct proportion. Okay, again, inverse proportionality, when first value increases, the other value decreases. So it's the opposite. Alright, they are opposite. Okay, if example, if the speed goes up, all right, therefore the travel goes down. If your speed is going up, therefore your travel time goes down. If the speed goes down, therefore your travel time goes up. Now the formula will be y is equals to k over x, where k is still our constant proportionality. Now we have an example. If 4 people can paint a fence in 3 hours, how long will it take for 6 people to paint it? Now you don't have a k, so we don't have constant, so therefore solve for k first. After we do that, then we solve by looking at how many hours when there are 6 people. We use the formula, okay? We use the formula here to be able to know how many hours it would take. Okay? It would take to paint a fence when there are 4 people. So I hope it's clear about direct and inverse proportion. Now again, let's review. Alright, let's review. For direct, the formula is y is equals to k times x. For inverse, the formula is y is equals to k over x. Where, yes, where this one k, alright, k is called the constant proportionality. Okay, that's the formula of the two. Okay, so again, inverse stands for y is equals to k over x, and it signifies that if x increases, therefore y increases. Okay, while in inverse, okay, in inverse, if x increases, therefore y decreases. Okay, that's the difference between inverse and direct proportion. I hope it is clear to you guys, and make sure you remember these formulas. Okay, remember these formulas. Alright, if you have any question regarding our lesson for today about direct and inverse proportion, feel free to ask a question. I'll be very happy to answer all of it, and I hope this discussion that we have today is clear. Don't forget to take down notes, guys. Alright, and remember, don't forget to answer the worksheet after the discussion that we have today. Okay? Okay, that's it for today, guys. See you next class. Thank you.